I'm trying to look in the reflection camera.
I understand. This is the Las Vegas Grand Prix launch day. This crowd behind me have been here since, some of them 5 a.m, queuing up to get access to not only the fan zone, but more importantly perhaps for them, free tickets to see the Killers tonight. But there is a lot planned for today. Right now I'm heading over to the construction site where they're building grandstands. Oh, you look very glamorous.
When in Vegas, baby.
See you over there. A chance sighting of Natalie Pinkham as I'm heading over there now. So what's going on here, you ask? Well, they're doing a painted finishing line on the only section of tarmac in this whole construction lot, which they'll rip up at some point. And they have a magnificent silver car over here as well.
We were here 10 times in the last 6 years to search for different layouts. The most important for us was to have the strip as part of the track. And you always need to have a place where you can put the paddock, which is a huge facility with a pit building, all the adjacent assets you need, media center, medical center, broadcast center, all this needs to go somewhere. So this is always the most important to find in a city like this. Here will be a start and finish straight, and also the first 2-3 corners, and we have a lot of spectators here, so it will be really the heart of the track.
It's pretty cool to think that this place will be transformed. This time next year we'll be racing here. Cheers.
All the important people have a tray which will be filled with paint, and then they will be painting over their name.
This, ladies and gentlemen, will be the start line for the Vegas Grand Prix.
Although a couple of dignitaries didn't quite understand the assignment.
We have been in the United States, in Austin for a while, and last year in Miami, but it's only gaining strength in the U.S. And to add a third race, to see all the excitement that's here, is wonderful.
So Guenther Steiner and Alex Albon are up doing interviews up here, I think too, Jos Capito. So let's go up and say hello to them. Your first thoughts on seeing what they've set up here today?
I think it's fantastic, and if you see how many people already came here to watch this one, I was more surprised by that one than anything else. In the moment there is just a presentation of what we're going to do in a year's time, and the fans are already showing up here. I'm pretty amazed, but they're putting a good show on, and people like it. So you can imagine what will happen next year here.
And you're very well recognised in this town, aren't you?
It looks like, oh yeah.
They were screaming for you down there before.
I think there are fans which come here and they know what's going on in F1, therefore they recognise me,
How long ago did you get the hint that we might be racing here?
I think it was about a year ago. Somebody else asked me. I cannot remember because it didn't come like that. Stefan announced we are going to go to Vegas. He just said, "Oh, there is a chance that we go to Vegas. It seems to be real this time, And so I said, "Okay." I mean, the first time, you take it a little bit. Yeah, maybe it happens, maybe not. But at some stage, Stefan said, "It's going to happen," And then it was like, "Wow, that will be cool."
What do you think will be the biggest difference driving this track?
Doing it with a hangover.
It's not unlikely to happen. You've never had a drink, have you?
Rarely drink. Honestly, there's not going to be too much difference. It's more the atmosphere than anything else. Because if you think about us racing around Vegas, I think it's going to be almost surreal that we're going to be here focused about racing lines, data, and all that kind of thing, and everyone around us is going to be absolutely drunk off their faces. So it'll be a good occasion, yeah.
Now, you mentioned before that put your plain clothes on, you can get away with that.
The thing is if I show it to you, I'm going to get exposed. So Lily, my lovely girlfriend, has got me a bucket hat. What I found quite interesting is dyed hair gives me away more than obviously not, because I start to get known for my coloured hair. And if people kind of thought it was me and didn't think it was me, it definitely is me when they see blonde hair. So, and then we just got a lovely. It's a lovely H&M jumper. So
from the forum shops.
I've come straight from the airport to here, and I had no time to change. So, there you go. So this is my incognito outfit. This is what gets me around. This gets me seen in peace, and that's it. Lovely.
Thank you, mate.
No worries.
If you love Alex, and let's face it, who doesn't, grab one of the few hand-signed and numbered prints left at kimillman.com. You also get a digital picture of Alex signing your individual print, providing irrefutable proof of authenticity.
Crazy. I mean, we're a year in advance right now. I can't imagine what it's going to be like in a year.
Game to go down there with them?
I'm a bit claustrophobic, but I mean, we'll go down there eventually, and it seems like really good atmosphere. I just ran down to get Alex some clothes because I think when you're in team gear, you get recognized a lot, which is not a bad thing, but you know, there's just a lot of fans. Alex is not someone who feels the need to go incognito, but it would be good just because it's so busy here.
And then Sergio Perez rolled up for his media commitments, stopping briefly to say hi to his colleague George Russell. There's no doubt Las Vegas knows how to turn on a show, and there's a good roll up today for this launch, and come 5:30 p.m. there'll be a huge crowd watching the two cars go down the strip. It is 5 minutes to 5. The show runs get underway at 5:20. We're going to have a little bit of light at the start and not much at the end. And I believe here, behind me, is where the drivers will be doing donuts. So did it all go to plan? Yes, George and Lewis took the safety car for a run first. Then Checo took the RB7, that's the championship-winning car of 2011, for a couple of laps, which ran from the magnificent Caesars Palace Resort to Paris and then back. Then George took the 2021 Mercedes for a spin. Now that's the same car that ended up under Max's car at Monza last year. Checo then came out, and Lewis finished off the evening in the same car as George drove earlier. This is one of two after parties, and you've got cars in the water, and in a second we're going to have Stefano Domenicali press a button. The whole place at the back lights up like crazy, and then we've got the killers.
Pegasus now has a crash helmet. The drivers have replaced the gods. The togas have gone and racing overalls have been brought in. This is a celebration tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Lights on and away we go!
And how about this drone show? Easily the most stunning I've ever seen, and it went on for some time. And after that it was time for a stunning performance by Las Vegas band The Killers. And then the night ended up at Caesars' stunning nightclub Omnia. Hats off to Caesars Entertainment, F1 and the race organiser for putting on a ripper day yesterday. I can't wait for the 2023 Las Vegas GP, and I think every driver and team member is feeling the same way. And yes, we all know it's going to be expensive for tickets, accommodation and food and beverage. That's a factor of market forces. People are simply willing to pay more to come to a Grand Prix in Las Vegas. And if people wanted to pay you more for your products, services or labour, I'm sure you'd accept their money. And that's exactly the same situation here. Supply and demand will sort out the pricing. And what are the ticket prices? $500 is a general admission 3-day ticket, but I did read that those tickets come with food and drinks included, not alcohol but soft drinks. Same as the grandstand prices, which I think $2,500 I read for turn one. This is all US dollars. Once again includes drinks and food. I don't know how much of either. And remember too that there are 150,000 odd rooms within walking distance of the track, and that's something you don't get at any other F1 Grand Prix. Oh, and just before we go, I want to show you something. Come out here. Do you recognise this? I'm on the rooftop where they filmed The Hangover. So come with me, come up here. This is the very spot with Caesars in the background and Paris over there, where they had that great scene at the start of The Hangover where Alan cuts his hand. Look, if you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't done so, and join as a member. For all of my digital pictures, head to prostarpics.com. You'll find wall art, F1 photo books, merchandise, plus those drivers' signed prints at kimillman.com. And for my best images live from the track and the Las Vegas Strip, head to Instagram and search at Kim Illman. Thanks for watching, and stay passionate.
Talking.
Talking to me, yeah.
Yeah, talking to you, okay.
Yeah.